Hey guys, hey guys, welcome to Letting It Linger with Litabo, and that's me. My name is Litabo, and I am your host with the most. Back to another podcast episode. Today, we are going to be talking about a topic that I was really excited to talk about, but I don't know if I'm gonna eat or not, actually, guys. So, let me know if I ate or yeah. This one is also probably gonna be I don't know. I don't want to say it's gonna be anything because it might just turn out not to be that at all. So let's get into it. Oh, let me preface it by saying, um, actually, no, never mind. I don't want to. Lol. Um, we're doing codependent relationships today and how I used to be evil and a big believer in codependency. Is that the correct word? I'm not quite sure. But, you know, I used to be a big believer in codependency and, excuse me, yeah. When I was a bit younger, this wasn't that long ago. Um, but now looking back, this shit makes me want to vom. I was in a horrible place and I was like trying to drag everyone down with me, low key. Well, anyway, yeah. Yesterday I watched Eternal Sunshine, and that white girl, Clementine, she was like, I'm not gonna make it better. I'm not gonna make your life better, okay? I'm also just a fucked up girl. And yeah. And the guy was like, yeah, I know, I don't, but he was like, he didn't believe her. Like, he thought that she'd make her, he thought that she'd make her, yo, he thought that she would make his life or his problems disappear or something. And yeah. So yeah. And it's like the whole manic pixie dream girl trope. But I also thought that was interesting because I wanted to do this topic and, like I was watching a movie where a guy is depending on a girl to, make his life that much brighter, I suppose, is what was happening in the film. But that's not what people are for, guys. First bit of information, the first thing I'm going to say to you guys is a person can never fix your shit. That's your job, and you're the only one person that can do that. No person can make your life not bit. No person can make your problems go away or make, your pain or your trauma or your mental state change or get better. That's work that you have to put in yourself. And that's something that took me embarrassingly long to learn. Because I was in like three friendships back to back. Like one friendship ended, another one started type thing, where I was just trying to I was leaning on a person, they became my main source of happiness or only source of happiness even. And sometimes it was mutual, sometimes it was both of us depending on each other as a source of happiness or good things. Like, you're the only good thing in my life. Like, oh, there they go, y'all. But I'm gonna tell you guys about the most recent one because that one is the most embarrassing one, and I think the funniest, just in the sense of I had just gotten out of this relationship where I was really mean to this girl. Okay, I thought it was love. Like, I thought that was how love is shown, or like, it's the relationship is stronger if it's okay for us to just dump shit on each other. Like, that was my belief, be it conscious or subconscious. I don't remember anything from that time because I was crazy and evil, and like, I don't understand myself. Um, but yeah, um, I was under the impression that the I only feel this way because I love her so much, you know? I only feel like she's my only source of happiness because I loved her so much. But that's not love, guys. That's not even like. That's how you view a person that you hate. Yes, yes, yes. Cuz that kind of thinking makes you like not see that person that these feelings are for as a person. You're seeing them as a, I don't know, as like a, I don't know, but you're seeing them as this magical something that doesn't exist, you know? Guys, the only person you really have in your life is yourself. Not to say that like you're alone in life or whatever, because you have your friends, but your friends are not there to fix you, to, you know, like be like the only good thing you have, you know. You have to, if you feel like that, you have to. And us, guys, I don't know. Actually, I literally know nothing because once I realized what I was. Okay, let's go back to, so this girl's, oh, there were two light skins. So there was the skinny queen light skin, and then there was the big booby light skin. The first one was the skinny queen light skin. Um, I don't know if that's like problematic to say, guys. But anyway, I can't say the names. Let's say the earlier one is, like, the former one is Chris, and then the second one, the most recent one, is Cross. Yes, Chris and Cross. So yeah, like, my friendship with Chris was like really, and it was like, yeah, it was more of a one-sided thing. Like, I felt like she was the only good thing I had left in the world because I had like a lot of shit going on after my mom passed away, and I was like, like, I don't know, I really don't know, but I was going crazy. And yeah, I was like, if I can, I don't know, but it got to a point where, like, because I had all these problems and I was telling her about them because I believed she was the only person capable of fixing the stuff going on around me, because, I felt like I wasn't in control of my own life. And I felt like she was the only good thing I had going. Like, I felt like I could just tell her whatever. And I think she's a very careless person even now still. But like, I mean, not careless, caring. She's very caring, and she's she's very like sweet and good. She's very good. And so I guess she let me do that and make her, make my problems her own or whatever, for a really long time, for longer than is okay, guys. But we stopped like being friends, and I thought it was because of this silly argument that we had, because she stopped talking to me after this silly argument that we had about about a girl that she liked. But then, like, and I was really clueless because around the time that that argument happened, I had been friends with Cross for a while. And yeah, and like, I was really clueless, and Cross and I just resorted to like hating on her, like, just, I don't know, to make me feel better. But like, I knew it wasn't coming from a genuine place of hate. Like, I still love her today, Um, and I appreciate her for cutting me off like that. Honestly, I needed that, and she needed that. Obviously, um, I feel like I imagine it felt like because she was really helpful to me in that time, or it felt like she was, she was always there to lend an ear or comfort me or whatever, But like, that's not her job. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, I imagine that being very exhausting. Because, like, on one hand, you care about this person and you don't want them to be sad and shit, but like, like, there's things that you can't do. Like, you can't always be there, you can't always listen, you can't. Sometimes you're made to feel bad for something that you can't help, like not being able to always be there, because it did get to a point where I was expecting her to always be there for me no matter what, and that's not good, guys. That's not good. Yes. No, I mean, no, it's not good. um yeah, but then I started being friends with Cross after the whole Chris thing, and that one was really messy because it was also like, first of all, we were both really like, we were like inseparable because we both lived, like, we were both boarders at our school's hostel, and um we were like inseparable, you know. We like, most they assign you a table to sit at so that I guess no one sits alone during weekdays, and we used to always go and sit at each other's tables, and we used to like go to each other's dorms and sleep in each other's dorms even though that wasn't allowed. And yeah, like, we were just really hard to separate, and it was like basically impossible to ever find the two of us, like, to find one without the other. And like, at first it was kind of like a cutesy little thing, like, oh, but actually we were both really like fucked up. And we like, but we had this dynamic going of like, no, there's like, it's like such a weird thing of like, no one else can be in this, like, what the bond that we share, I guess. And the bond we shared was like just trauma. Like, we, like, I feel like our love for each other, we grew to care for each other just out of sympathy. Like, maybe, I don't know, I could just be like deeping it. And actually we just, ooh, zealous little bird outside. Anyway, sing for me. The phantom of the opera is there. Anyway, I just saw this morning. I saw like Nicole Scherzinger singing that song with like 3 phantoms. It was good. She was great. Nicole Scherzinger is such an amazing singer. Anyway, Cross and I, like, was so nasty. Like, we were both just like digging our like claws into each other and like always being like, oh my god, you're gonna leave me, you're gonna stop being friends with me because I'm too much for you. And like, we like our it was just us comforting each other and promising each other like, we're not gonna leave because the other already thinks that we are gonna leave. Sorry, I just dropped my crochet hook. I'm making a blankie, by the way. I'm making a star-shaped blankie. I showed one of my friends and she said, OMG, that's so cool. And I feel so cool. Anyway, yeah. It was really bad, and like, you shouldn't do that, guys. Okay, you shouldn't do that. But yeah. And I really just believed that like, this relationship is so tumultuous and so painful because we just really love each other. There's never like, I've never felt a love so strong that it hurts me. But guys, love is not meant to hurt, okay? And I spoke to my therapist about her all the time, and she was like, one day she was like, Letabo, do you ever think that, like, she's a white woman, so she calls me Letabo or Letabo sometimes. But yeah, I love her down. No one like her on this planet. Anyway, she's like, Letabo, do you ever think that maybe you use these unhealthy like you attach to people unhealthily to like try and fill the void that your mother left when she passed away? And I was like, you know what, shut up, white lady, you get paid to listen to me, not to come up with these smart fancy little ideas. But she was actually so right, because like at the time, like just after cross, this is a bit of a time jump, and like guys, I can't think in straight lines, I'm so sorry, but yeah, I hope it makes sense. But a little bit after cross, I started being friends with this girl, and let's name her Apple. I started being friends with this girl, and it was starting to, and like I was, working on the whole codependency thing with my therapist, and we were talking, and she was like, we were both like, okay, like we can see, but this has the potential to turn into a really like bad dynamic. So like, what are we gonna do about that? And that's when she brought it up. And yeah. But we'll more on that later, okay? More on that later. But yeah. Cross. She that was also like really bad because like we had this like little homoerotic little arc, and like guys, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about that because actually it was really gross and nasty. Like we had this we didn't really, yeah, anyway, I was young, but yeah, made some like sussy decisions. I'm still young, and I'll probably continue to make sussy decisions, and that's okay, guys. Yeah. Oh, by the way, because I watched Eternal Sunshine, I downloaded a PDF of Bartlett's, which is like a quotation book, like full of quotes. So maybe I'll do like a quote of the day, just cause I think it's cool and fun. But yeah, not today. Okay, quote of like the week, I guess, cause I'll be doing this weekly, I hope. But not this week, I guess. I haven't I haven't opened the PDF yet. Anyway, anyway, oh my god, cross, like we ended things, like we ended our friendship on a really bad terms. But then I started being friends with Apple. There was also a Source, but that was really brief, and I'm not gonna go into it. Source is like a fourth time that almost happened, which is why I'm not gonna go into it. Apple, I'm still friends with Apple. Oh god, and I love her. But like when we started being friends, we started talking, and I liked her like romantically, but she didn't like me. But then we were just normal, like we were just friends. And after I stopped being friends with Cross, we got much closer. And maybe to a fault, because we started, I nipped it in the bud, okay? I nipped it in the bud, but we did have like the beginnings of a very unhealthy dynamic. Like we, yeah, But like I nipped it in the bud, okay, because I'm so awesome and smart, and also because my therapist said that really rude thing, asked me that really rude question. But yeah, I was like, it was an internal thing of like I can't let it get to that point again, and I need to start working on, you know, getting myself to accept the fact that, like my mom's actually gone, and like no one's gonna replace her, no one's gonna fill that spot, you know, which is sad and like, ugh, so like, but it's the truth, and it's a thing that I guess I had to and have to accept. But I was like, I tried to stop it from turning into that, but like obviously she didn't get the memo because like it was an internal thing, and like she knows or knew that she struggled with like those dynamics, like, or with like healthy dynamics in friendships and stuff. And so she had brought it up to me, but not about us, about like her and her boo thing at the time. She's like, how do I stop this from like becoming like codependent? And I was like, girl, I don't know. But like I think maybe the number one thing that works is just stop spending time together. Boom. And it's difficult, but it's like, hey guys, maybe you just gotta stop talking to each other, stop communicating, just for like just for a few days, just so that the yeah feeling goes down. I don't know if that actually works. Actually, I'm no expert on how to stop that shit from happening, but like, well, you just have to tell yourself like in your head incessantly when you feel it happening that like this is a person, like they're not anything but a person, they're not like my savior, they're not my cure, they're not my they're just my friend, they're just a person, and that's all they are, you know. um and just cross your fingers and hope for the best, because yeah, and maybe don't take advice from someone who's who's just struggled with this shit. But yeah, this was like last year. The Apple thing, it was around last year, and we would like, I was like, obviously, I wanted to, so I tried to help her with that. I tried to advise her, mm, and I I tried to like I tried to pivot our Apple and eyes dynamic into something more normal, because it was starting to feel like we're only texting each other when we're sad, we're only calling each other when we're sad, we're only communicating if there's something that someone needs to solve, or someone needs to comfort the other, and so I was trying to just make it into like a more normal thing, of like, okay, or like, not we're only doing that when we're sad, but when we're sad because we always have something bad to bring, and so the bond just starts to feel heavy, like we always come with indo envy. So me being the positive patsy I am, I just started being like, I was just like, I like, I told myself like I just got to like try and, even if like we do see each other a lot, like I just have to, I think we were also in luck because we don't have we didn't see each other that often, compared to like Cross, who lived at hostel with me, who literally lived under the same roof as me. We didn't see each other as often, so yeah. But like then it started being weird, like, oh yeah, started being weird like 2024, like last year. Because the last time I said last year, I was talking about 2023, but now I'm talking about 2024. Um, like, it got weird. I don't want to think about it because, like, it's so weird. It perplexes me to this day. Like, we, I made this new circle of friends, which like, you know, it kind of anyway. Even before, like, because there was a lot of drama, and some of them low key took me for like a p word, you know. But I continued the friendship because that's my choice to make. Naturally, no one else's. But like even before the weirdness, Apple was like really like, I want to say like tired of me being friends with these people. She was like, oh, like like, oh, like you can't have any other friends, okay? And like you know, like you're like cheating on me if you have like other friends, which is like, I really don't like talk like that because it just takes me back to that thing of like, I'm the only one allowed to be, you know, something to you. Like, take me back to like that ugly dynamic of like, we're the only ones who are something to each other. Yeah. And that brings me to a new, fresh, new, brand new topic. This obsession, this weird obsession with like being someone's number one, being someone's most important something. Guys, stop with that, bro. Towards the end of 2024, like in like August, September, in like October, November, I saw this fuck ass TikTok that was like, when you're friends with someone, but then when you see your best friend cheating on you, they have other, and then in brackets it's like they have other friends, and I was like, ugh, like I already like could, I was already like, ugh, just because that kind of thing exhausts me, like even as a joke, like I don't like it as a joke even, like yeah, it just makes me so like, ugh, makes me itchy. But and then I opened the comments, and the comments are so sad. They're like, man, I just wish like I could be someone's number one. Like I don't have any other friends. I don't feel like I'm asking too much, you know. I don't feel like it's like an unrealistic request for me to like wish that she didn't have friends as well, like other friends. And like, oh, like I just want to be someone's favorite. Like, oh my god, like, bruh, just like open your eyes for a second. Just breathe in the oxygen and breathe out the carbon dioxide, and just take a second. Use that oxygen to think with your big brain, that the big delicious brain that God gave you. Just think of these words that you're typing out and publishing on the internet, bro. Like, you, like, okay, like whatever, like I think it's normal to wish that like you were someone's like favorite or number one, just because it's been made to be such a special thing. Like people act like it's such a special thing, but it's like ugh, guys, like you can't have a person be your everything, because that's what really I'm against. Like I'm not against like, oh, like this nigga's my best friend, like yay, like best friends are cute. I know best friends. I know these two best friends, and they're cute. They're not like, yeah, but like a person can't be your everything. They can't. Like you can't need a person. Do you know what I mean? And like, oh my god, I wish she didn't have friends. Like, I wish she didn't have other friends. Like, okay, bro. Just you need to just. And I don't want to be like judgmental and mean, because I know I've thought this way before, but it's just so difficult because like, oh my gosh, the plane, guys. I hope they bring me cake. Okay, the plane is gone now. But like there's a car about to pass anyway. I hope you guys don't mind. I don't. Let me know if you guys mind if there's like I said this in the last episode, but like I live in a podcast. I mean, girl, I live in a complex, so there's always like cars driving by, cause you know. Yeah, I don't know. Is it like an old people thing, or like I don't know, complex thing for people to just go to the shops like like all the time, like my parents go to the shops a lot, like almost every day, and I wonder, like, I don't know. I've never noticed if that's a thing. If everyone does that, like, I don't know. And I'm sure these people aren't just going to the shops because we also don't just go to the shops. But like, yeah, is it normal to like leave the house like that much? Like, I don't know. Okay, when put like that, like, I think it is. Anyway, yeah. Isn't it lonely? Do you guys know Rose? She has a song called Number One Girl, and it's about wanting to be the number one girl in your eyes. That's the lyric. I give it all up if you tell me that I'll be the number one girl in your eyes. But anyway, you can't feel that way about someone, guys. It's bad. It's really bad. Not even just for like it's exhausting for the other person, cause like you start to put them on a pedestal when you feel that way about someone. Like feel like they're your everything. You put them on a pedestal. It's like inherent. And like that puts a lot of pressure on the person. They're just a dude. But also like for you, like you're okay, first of all, you're literally turning your friend off because you know how like the tighter you grip onto something, the more it's gonna come out of your hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if I like, let's say like beach sand. If I have a handful of beach sand and I really want to keep the sand, like I'm not gonna ball my fist up really tightly because then it's gonna slip through my fingers, like it's gonna fall out back onto the beach. Instead, I'm gonna put it in like a plastic bag where it's just gonna be loose and chill. That's a great that's a great metaphor, guys. You should just let your friends be loose and chill. That way they'll stay. When like try to dig your claws into someone in order to keep them in the same spot, that's when they're gonna decide, bye, I'm done here, and run away because now you're hurting them. This episode of Adventure Time that I watched, I started season 7 very recently, and there was this episode where it was Bimo's birthday, right? And Mo, the creator of all the Mo's, came to his house and was like, okay, so you have this really special quest for your birthday. You have to go to like the Mo factory, and then like you have to go all by yourself though. But like you have to go to the Mo factory, and then like they'll give you this special update, and you'll come back and you'll be a grown up when you come back. And he was like, oh, like cool, like that'll be fun, I guess. At first he was like reluctant, but that doesn't even matter. But he like went, right? And then actually like all the Mo's were being destroyed. And like they was all smushed into one big Mo called Olmo. But Bimo came late, right? So he met Olmo and he was like, what the F is going on? And then Olmo like later on him, basically Amo, who was created before Bimo, and Bimo was created to give love, but Amo was created to receive love, right? So Amo was going around dressed up as Mo, telling all the Mo's to go to the Mo factory, or like all the Mo's that aren't in the factory, because all the Mo's are meant to be in the factory, but Bimo isn't. Bimo went to, Amo went to Bimo's house dressed as Mo to essentially like get rid of Bimo. Uh, like Mo slash Amo was trying to replace Bimo, and he was like, okay guys, like am I taking Bimo's place? Do you guys love me now? Like love me. And it was like really off-putting, and they were like, actually, like where's Bimo at? And yeah, and they said something really like meaningful in that episode. They said like, what did they say? They said something to the effect of like, those who want most to be loved, or repel it the most, something to that effect too. But yeah, basically the more you do like to have someone stay in your life or for love, the less likely you are to actually have that person stay in your life. Because sometimes you just make a fool out of yourself in the nicest way possible. Normalize not being a fool for people, you know? Um, that sounds kind of mean. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be mean. I'm not mean. This is just a thing that really um doesn't rub me the right way. Um, oh my gosh, do you guys remember my freestyle? I did a freestyle a few years back, I think, or it was 2024 last year. I still remember it. Let me recite it for you guys. Sela indo, sela itwiz. Sela itwiz. Sela yo usela amanzi ndisela itwiz. Ndisela itwiz. Ndihleli nobhiza. Mama kwitwits. Ufuna ndimbhale kwilist. Mind your business before ndikufake inqindi. Ndimize iklit because ndirabha ishit. Ah! So yeah. that's my freestyle from last year. It's not a freestyle anymore, but it was back then. Anyway, guys, I really thought I was gonna get us out the hood with that one. I had a beat and everything. I had a beat. I wasn't ready to come out yet, honestly. Like, I know a few rappers like 47, me, or Norman, and I was like, I don't want to give them a run for their money. I still want them to come up a bit before I come out and take their platform and I take their money and I take their fans, you know, or the Rose SA. Yeah, like I want to give them a chance. I just know I'm too good of a rapper that like if I were to drop that freestyle right now, it would do such numbers. Like everyone would forget about the other local rappers, you know. So I don't want to do that to them. Yeah. Anyway, where was I even going with that? Gosh, this is what happens here, guys. I just digress and then I forget what I was talking about even. Also watched Wicked today and I cried. Guys, when I went to watch Wicked in the cinema, when I watched Wicked in the cinema, there was so much fine shit. Literally, even sitting right next to me, my right side, fine shit, like behind us, in front of us, next door. There was fine shit everywhere, and I wanted to cry. I promise you, guys. And like, I went with a friend who's also fine as hell. And like she kept making these jokes, like so, like I wasn't like completely in it. Like I was like, anyway, like. So, but like there were scenes that was so emotional, like the Ozdust ballroom, the Ozdust scene. Oh my gosh, it was so emotional. Like I could feel my eyes were like stinging, like I was about to cry. And then my friend just started. Can I say her name? Oh, she wants to be a guest on the podcast, so I guess I can say her name. Her name is Layla. Layla Kandu. Um, she was like laughing at Alphaba's dancing, and I was like, yes, that's so funny. Like she was dancing really badly, and that's like the point of the scene. But I was like on the verge of tears. Like if she wasn't there, I would have cried, and if the other fun shit wasn't there, I'd have cried. Like, and I know that because I watched it today and I cried. Oh, especially the ballroom scene. Oh, take yo. And Defying Gravity is so. I mean, it's so weird. I never cry when I watch the slime tutorials. I guess it's because movies, like, you can translate or you can get emotions across in a movie that is like too small for the stage, you know, or too subtle. So, like, it's like more real, maybe. I do love a good slime tutorial. Who else loves a good slime tutorial? watched my fair share of slime tutorials, okay? Especially the wicked ones. Mm. But they just never hit like the movie, like just because you can really see like their faces and they're so expressive. Maybe it's like that. Well, obviously on the stage, like it's different. I love musical theater, guys. I was actually talking to my friend who I live in Port Alfred. I was talking to my friend who came to Port Alfred and we like had lunch and we were talking because she was saying she wants to watch the Wicked movie. Have I told the story? I feel like I might have. No, I haven't. But I don't think I have. But she was like she doesn't really like musical theater, but she wants to watch Wicked anyway. And I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, she doesn't like what she doesn't like about musical theater. I don't know. I forgot what she said. She was like, she just is not a fan of like people like the musicals in the sense of uh, the people on the stage belting because you are so beautiful. No, I'm not a simple sponge. Guys, I want to watch the SpongeBob musical. I want to because Ethan Slater is fine as hell, and a lot of people like want to fight me on this, and I don't care. I'm not willing to fight you. This is just a fact that Ethan Slater is fine as hell. Um. Anyway, moving on. Mm. She doesn't like the idea of like like the dudes on the stage belting their hearts out. Like, I guess in a sense it doesn't feel as genuine as maybe because she named the kind of musicals that she likes. She likes movies with like black people, but like it doesn't feel as genuine as like um movie musicals where the instrumentals are more like modern and the voices are more less like they're more I don't know how to put it, but they're more in line with like a certain genre maybe. um Usually in the black people ones it's like R&B, but like yeah, maybe it's easier to pick up the feeling for someone who grew up on like R&B. It's easier to pick up the feeling in an R&B song or an R&B-ified musical theater song even than it is for like, and I'm telling you anyway, I'll get into that. I love Dreamgirls, but than it is to when you see people on stage like the gods are real. Also, like not all musicals are like cool and fun. Like, like I guess people that aren't into musicals, like there's obviously people that don't like certain musicals, but like I think people that don't like musicals see them as like like if you don't like this one, like you have to watch the Percy Jackson musical and you have to watch the SpongeBob musical, you know. But like, nah, totally don't. Like you don't have to like anything that's not your thing also. So you don't have to like musical theater even. Me personally though, I'm gonna go crazy. But yeah, it's just like, and I'm telling you, I feel like on stage maybe it was I wasn't there in 1981, but I think maybe it must have felt different from Jennifer Hudson's rendition in the Dreamgirls movie, and like Amber, what's her name? I always forget her name, but I love her. She did Dreamgirls on the stage though, but like it's different. Oh gosh, it's different. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe they were like, tear down the mountains, yeah, scream and shout. You can say what you want, I'm not walking out. I don't think they did that, guys. They were still black people. Push, strike, and kill. I'm not gonna leave you. There's no way I will. And I am telling you, I'm not going. I'm staying. I'm staying. And you're gonna love me. Yeah. Imagine that. I'm actually That was a lot of fun, actually. That was like satanic. But anyway, like I don't think it was like that, but like I'm sure it must have been different. Oh, I was talking about Mercedes from Glee. Her as Iffy White. I love the role of Iffy White more than anything. I want to play Iffy White one day, guys. I'm gonna get fat and I'm gonna get my vocals fit and ready to play Iffy White, guys. You guys are gonna see me. Love me. Curtis was supposed to love. I turned my back and find myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind. Me as Iffy White. Anyway, like, what was I saying about that? Oh, like when Jennifer Hudson sings it, like it's like a soulful, like it's. I didn't even know, and I'm telling you, it was from Dreamgirls until I got into like musical theater. Like I didn't know Dreamgirls was a musical, like that was on Broadway. I thought it started out as a movie. Also The Wiz, I didn't know The Wiz was a movie. I thought it was only on like I thought it was only like in the theater. But then like it made sense when I found out about the movie with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson and ease on down the road. I love that musical. And people have their opinions on. Also, I love that Dreamgirls is like a direct like parody of Diana Ross's life and the Supremes and that whole drama. Um anyway, cuz guys, literally what's that girl's name? Dina? Is her name literally Dina? Yes, Dina and the Dreamids. I mean Dina and the Dreams. Whoa. We're your dream girls. Anyway, Dina was literally meant to be in this movie where she plays Cleopatra, but it's like Cleopatra's story, modern retelling kind of, and it's like with modern music, but modern being like the 70s. And like the record label like owner, Curtis, the owner of Rainbow Records, was gonna fund the movie. Like Rainbow Records was gonna fund the movie and yeah, which is like literally like the time that Diana Ross was gonna be cast in The Wiz as Dorothy at her big old age. She was in her 30s playing a 16-year-old, but they aged her up. They made Dorothy like 23. So it was still believable in my heart. Anyway, just like how The Wiz was funded by Motown Records, and how Diana Ross had an affair with what's his name? The Motown Records guy though. Also, did you guys know Lindsay Lohan is signed to Motown Records? I thought that was like exclusive to black people. You see, how do I always end up talking about music? How long has it been even? Only 48 minutes. Wow, guys. Anyway, also like Lindsay Lohan's music that like she put out, like I used to I used to rock with her album. I don't remember how any of the songs go now, but I used to rock with her album. I don't know what it's called, but the album looks a little punky, like punky in an Avril Lavigne way, like Avril Lavigne 2007, Hey Hey You, I Can Be Your Girlfriend. Oh my god, guys, I love Avril Lavigne. She's my white queen. Mina psycho arigato kawaii. Mom's not home tonight, so we can roll around, have a pillow fight like a major rager. OMFJ. Let's all slumber party like a fat kid on a pack of Smarties. Someone throw a cupcake in me. Hey, hey. Guys, I love that song. And ironically as well, people always make fun of Hello Kitty. I think it's so, first of all, guys, it was the Japanese fans ate it up, and that is who it was for. Like, she made the song as like a thank you to like her Japanese fans for being so supportive, and apparently they ate it up. I wasn't there, but apparently they ate it up, which is what's important. And I think it's so cute and interesting. Like, and I like the music video as well. It's so Avril, but yeah. Also, like, I'm so obsessed with The Best Damn Thing. The album with Girlfriend. Hey, hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. Also, what else is on there? I think that's the only song that really popped off. Oh, also, keep holding on, cause you know I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Yeah, that song. Yeah, and I think those are the only like songs that were like big. Me being big, a big cock. Um, Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. That is so rude and like that's such bad language to use. I was meant to be talking about codependent relationships. The moral of the story, though, is that they're bad and you should do everything you can in your power to stay out of them and to stay away from people that make you feel like you have to be their everything or they have to be your everything or like number one or like their only anything. And sorry, I dropped my crochet hook again. You need to think, like, you need to remember that you're only human. You can't do you can only do so much for your friends, in terms of like healing them or something. You can only do so much, and the so much is comforting. That's where it ends. You can't fix any of your friends' problems because you're only a human and you have your own problems. And the same goes for your friends. Your friends can't fix your problems, or your lover can't fix your problems. You're the only person that can fix your mental state. And sometimes it takes help, like therapy or something. But therapy only works if you are like working with it. Do you know what I mean? If you're making a conscious effort to get better. And sometimes, guys, I think things never get better sometimes. There's an inherent pain that comes with being alive. In the sense of like, like you're never gonna stop wanting things, and so you're never gonna feel full, maybe. Okay, maybe feel full. Feeling full and having wants are different. But like maybe you'll always ache. Am I aching right now? Yes, there's things that I want. And maybe there will be things I want until I'm 46. Until I'm like old and dead. Maybe. And maybe there'll be guys, don't regret things, okay? Like I was thinking about this, like, oh my gosh, wait, I have a quote. I tried to memorize it. It's from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I have a quote of the week. It's ish. Something is the other forgetful. Wait, guys, I'm literally gonna get it though. It's like blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their like mistakes. Their their blunders. There we go. Is that it? Let me know. I think it's, I don't know how to say his name. Nietzsche. Yeah. I'm sure you'll know who I'm talking about. But on that note, I think it's time to say goodbye so I can continue watching Adventure Time. Oh, also my friend told me to watch them. So, but it makes my heart so sad. I hate seeing black people, fall victim to racism. Like, oh, and I like I hate watching it in like films, and I hate racism being used as like the horror, like, because like it's a horror show, I think, but the horror is like racism, but racism is an actual thing that actually happens to real people. So like I don't think it should be like this fantasy thing. Like just stick to demons. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, like the demons don't have to be racist. They can just be demonic. Anyway, I'm gonna go and watch Adventure Time now. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support. Thank you for listening to my first podcast episode. I hope you like this one. And I hope you guys like listening to me talk as much as I love talking. And also singing sometimes. Bye, Z's. Enjoy your week. I think today's a Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next week, Monday. Uh, well, you'll listen to me maybe next week, Monday. You'll get a new episode next week, Monday. Mwah, bye.